19 drugs, weapons, and cell phones inside Florida prisons.
Videos secretly recorded by inmates themselves expose the ongoing contraband crisis behind bars. Brian Enton shows us in tonight's 7 Investigates.
This is the crime scene right here.
These videos are from inside Florida prisons.
Hey, old school, you straight?
Inmates passed out on the floor.
This is what it look like on mother K2.
They're on camera smoking.
Hold it. 10, 9.
And bragging about having drugs behind bars. How easy is it to get drugs in a Florida prison?
Every single compound I hit, there was all types of drugs on there, whether it's prescription pills, Molly, some spots there was cocaine and meth, but nothing more common than K2.
Jacob Cherry, a former inmate, posted the videos to YouTube.
1, 2, 3, 4 flips.
He says Florida inmates currently behind bars recorded the videos using cell phones smuggled inside. The videos are graphic. In one disturbing clip, water is sprayed on an inmate who appears to be convulsing on the floor.
You alright? It's not my room.
People are laid out on the floor, not responding, and there's no staff present, there's no staff seeing this.
The Florida Department of Corrections tells 7 News they are aware of the videos, and the agency takes this information seriously. They call contraband in prisons a national epidemic and say corrections officers are diligent when they search inmates, but sometimes it's the officers bringing the drugs and cell phones inside.
The majority of the drugs that I know of that are coming inside is through the guards. When you're not really making any money and a $30 phone on the street turns into a $1,200 phone inside a prison, a lot of people are gonna do it.
The state says in 1 year, about 12,000 weapons were found in Florida prisons. 36.
Running it down on these niggas. Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we did it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that roll, fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never gon' hurt you. Niggas will never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Got the trap spot on the sand, had to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. Knew I never seen another nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Scotty. You know, before we start this video, I want y'all to do is smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and smash the like button. It's your boy Bullet Scotty. It's the Bullet Scotty Show. Salute.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You know, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. In the words of my boy Superboy, shout out to Your World. That's my favorite channel on YouTube. But when he be telling dudes, he be like, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Well, I told you so. I told you that 1090 Jake was a rat. I told you he's in YFW Melly paperwork. Why is the prosecutors saying that he helped out their case? That he basically is the reason why they had the evidence on YFW Melly. Because of an interview that he did with 100 tracks. Shout out to my brother Pino, man. I fuck Pino, good dude, man. Shout out to Pino, man. Pino said it on my live stream when I did my interview with him. That dude is in a lot of dudes' paperwork. Dude is a rat. The worst thing is he's a jailhouse rat. And a lot of these dudes be jailhouse snitches, CIs, undercover CIs. This is why I tell people all the time, right? Bullet Scotty don't have no reason to lie. I just know the streets. You know what I'm saying? You'll never see me, you know, with me working to get anybody indicted. I don't got nothing with me getting a nigga indicted. Nothing. I ain't never got a nigga indicted. I ain't never told on niggas I did dirt with. Never that. You know what I'm saying? So when I see niggas that done told on niggas to get lesser time or get free motherfucking how you say, get their convictions overturned, or whatever these dudes want to do, right? The thing with 1090 Jake is, right, his conviction, right? Let's just keep it real. His conviction was of him stealing his family guns, right? He came on YouTube to make it seem like he was this thorough dude. He was a street gangbanger, but he became a gangbanger by basically paying dudes. He paid dudes for a street reputation that he really didn't have. You know what I'm saying? It's something like a little bit of China Mac, where La Brim was basically, had China Brim as his son doula, and that he was protecting China Mac, I should say. I'm calling him China Brim, China Mac, as his son doula. And China Mac, just like 1090 Jake, used this association with an affiliation with these bloods, right? 1090 Jake uses affiliation with Remy and Shaquell and Corey King and all these dudes, right? And China Mac, his affiliation with La Brim, right? He is so cool with La Brim. But let's just look at China Mac. Let's just look at 1090 Jake, right? I know real Asian dudes. I know real white boys that get it in. 1090 Jake and China Mac are not those. Okay, China Mac is a son of a rat. I don't care if he did his time or, he stood tall. He's still a son of a rat. 1090 Jake is not even a street dude. He came from a good family in Boston, Massachusetts, moved to Florida, and lived in the suburbs. His family had money. His mom's got money. His aunt is a lawyer. So he comes from prestige, but he wants to be a street dude. He got high. He was all type of things. He's not a street dude. But he'll come on the platforms where dudes like the 050 and We Locked In and these other dudes will slurp him up because they thinking that they're going to get clout, they're going to get views, they're going to get their name and lights. They think they're going to get promotion. But what they don't understand is 1090 Jake don't care about their platform, and he don't care what none of them. He just want them to promote him and basically, defend him, and he knows that they're just a bunch of sellout coons. Let's keep it real. Sellout coons. Same thing with China Mac. He knows that these dudes he could use these dudes, and you would have a dude like Zip with the Drip or Mikey B or China Brim or Harlem Legend or whoever to defend them. Because you got to understand, these dudes they are thirsty for clout. Thirsty for clout. I lost respect for China Mac, right? I'm going to tell you what made me start rocking with China Mac. Is when I saw the Little Pump situation. I was a fan of China Mac. I liked his music. I thought he was cool. I liked the joint he did with Jada. It's like, okay, this dude did his time. But then when I listened to his backstory and how he was hating on Jen, when Jen is not even the dude that proclaimed to be a gangster. He's just a regular dude. He just was a lyricist. He spit. He was a battle rapper. He did what he did. But he never claimed he was a hood gangster dude. And he went and called the man a snitch and all that, and then ended up, it was a clout chase. He ended up sitting down with Jen and doing business with Jen. Ain't that something? He ended up sitting down with Jen on his podcast and apologizing to him. Ain't that something? But he called that man a rat. He said, "Oh, Jen is a rat." But then you sat down with him. So how can you get mad with all these people and call them rats and say the things that you say? Hating on Math Hoffa, hating on Troy Ave. In one sentence he's saying, "I don't like Tax Stone because he got beef with my man La Brim." But then another sentence he's talking about, but it's free Tax Stone. Like, Dude don't make no sense, right? Another sentence, he's talking about we gotta stop the violence and all that, and then the next sentence he talking this gangster talk. Like, what I don't respect about China Mac is that he's a fraud. You know, he's a fraud. What I don't respect about him is that your pops went out bad. Your pops told on Johnny Yang, you know, and you have the blood of him. Your last name is you. You didn't change your last name. Your name is Raymond Yu, you know. But it is what it is. It's not about China Mac. I'm just saying. What it's about is 1090 Jake and how 1090 Jake came on the scene and try to put, you know, allegations out there. Like, he never apologized to PNB Rock's girl. He never apologized. He tried to say that she backdoored PNB Rock and never apologized to the young lady. Never went online and said, yo, I'm sorry for saying that. You know, that was wrong of me to say that. No, never apologized to the young lady, right? He goes at Boston Richie, right? But not knowing that, dog, you got skeletons in your closet that you're a rat. So how can you say Boston Richie's a rat when you, and it was hate. It was hate. But how can you say that Boston Richie's a rat when you yourself told on inmates and the guards? Whether you tell on the guards or you tell on the inmates, you're still a rat. Simple and plain. And he read. He ratted. So when you got dudes up on their platform and defend 1090 Jake, that'll sit up there and say, oh no, he not a rat. Oh no, he a real dude. No, he's a rat. He's a stone cold snitch. Stone cold snitch. Okay, what I saw in that interview, what I saw him sitting there on the news, and the way he was breaking it down to the newscasters, that was bona fide certified snitching. I don't care what nobody said. That was bona fide certified snitching. He was telling newscasters how they bring in guns and all this to the jail. That's, like I said, if you look at his interview where he talked about the paperwork with his name in YMW Melly's paperwork, you're not affiliated with YMW Melly. Why your name is in his paperwork? Why is it that they're congratulating you on helping their case? You're an informant. He could talk all this gangster. There's nothing gangster about 1090 Jake. He's an informant. He's a rat. He's a stone cold teller. He told. You know, wherever he wants to think that he's not a teller, he's a teller. He's a teller. Okay, he's a fraud. I don't respect a dude that get on his platform and talk hot gangster talk, and then you got beat up, you know, in your own neck of the woods. You didn't go to jail for nothing crazy. You went to jail for stealing your family guns. You didn't have a crazy bid. You were in a camp. So let's keep it real. Like, his life is fraudulent. 1090 Jake basically, you know, had people to believe, and you can brainwash people to believe your ideology, to believe what you're talking about, but everybody know you're a fraud. Everybody can smell the fraudness out of 1090 Jake. Everybody can see that he's a fraud. Everybody can see that he's a individual that come off as a dude that never been on no rah-rah type of timing, you know? And I think what people don't understand is that they gassed him. You know, I don't respect 1090 Jake because he's a culture vulture. I don't respect 1090 Jake because he could leash off the culture and then act like he's something real. It's nothing real about dude. I think he's a dude that is infatuated with street culture, but dog, you came from Boston. Nobody has no history of you stepping foot in them Boston streets to do nothing. Same thing in Warren. You know? But hey, it is what it is. You know, like I said, 1090 Jake is what he is. He's a dude that's a culture vulture. He's a dude that will use the street culture for his benefits to put on a persona. Because before then, was he talking any of this? No. But he put on that persona because basically he paid. He paid. And that's the problem. Dudes like him, this is wrong with the culture. You know, dudes is over there defending this dude. When I got attacked by 10 Toes Down in them, saying that I was a lover of TS's, and then, you know, the attack goes on. But soon as I, you know, got back on my shit and I started exposing dudes, I started seeing certain BS. So it is what it is, man. You know, 1090 Jake is a fraud. 1090 Jake is a rat. He's a stool pigeon. You know, and I'm glad he's being exposed. We been new over here on the Gotti gang, but the world didn't know. And that's all I got to say.
This video, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Make sure we get in the algorithm. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and hit the notification bell. It's your boy, Bullis Gotti Show, 2 Clean.